The info I know, my people know it's MAGDOG TV, let's go. To every other city, every city I go. From Colorado to the Bayou I go. Y'all know the motto, get the info I know. My people know it's MAGDOG TV, let's go. Let's go.
What's good? What's good? We're going to give some people time to join. We're going to give some people time to join. So let's give another break.
Every other city I go, from Colorado to the Bayou I go. Y'all know the motto, get the info I know. My people know it's MAGDOG TV, let's go. To every other city I go. From Colorado to the Bayou I go. Y'all know the motto, get the info I know. My people know it's MAGDOG TV, let's go. Let's go.
James Love in the house. He says, come on, man. What it do? What it do? Where y'all chiming in from? You know, big game on tomorrow. Colorado is favorites. This is the first week where Colorado is actually favored by 7 points. I think it's going to be a great game. Shout out to Prissy. What's going on, Prissy? She says, hey, New York in the house. Cali in the house. What's good, Lauren? Game start at 7:15 for me. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Pastor Corey in the house, man. Shake hands with Destiny. What's good? What's going on with you? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Very big game this weekend, man. This is probably the biggest game of the year for the Colorado Buffs. This is the biggest game of the year, man. This is what we all been waiting for. This is what we wanted an opportunity for, is to be in this position. You win. I mean, this is going to put Colorado in the front runner. Obviously, you got BYU. They playing a tough game too. I can't remember who they playing this weekend, but if Colorado can win this, man, it's going to definitely be very big. This is what we've been waiting for, man, that opportunity. We sitting good, 5-2. What's good, Asante? He says, what's up, MAGDOG? Checking in from Cleveland, Ohio. Cleveland, Ohio in the house, man. That's dope right there. Cleveland, Ohio in the house. I'm gonna post a link for those that wanna come in. We're gonna review the interview with Romi Bean and Coach Prime and a special guest with Robert Livingston. Ready for tomorrow game for sure. Man, I'm ready. Hey, I'm excited, man. I'm shaking right now as if I'm finna play. I'm ready too, man. This is a very big game. This is a very, very big game right here. You know, this is huge. This is like a playoff atmosphere type of football game. You know, for both teams, not just Colorado, Cincinnati as well. This is elimination. Like the team that loses this game, I just can't see them, as strong as the Big 12 is. I just can't see them actually making a Big 12 conference championship. So you have to win this game, man. I'm a little nervous about it because we have a problem playing at home. We play better away. But I feel good. Something is just telling me that we're going to play great. I've been watching Coach Prime in regards to getting these guys prepared. They had a practice last night. And I think Coach Prime understands that night games, for some reason, especially at home, it gives us the most problems. Sunfire Brown in the house, coming to you live from San Francisco, California today. I hope everyone is well. That's definitely true. Robert, what's good? Walk away with the W and they're bowl eligible. Yes. Facts. Not only are they playing for the conference championship, this game right here can definitely make them bowl eligible. I like that. That's a great comment. Andrea in the house. What's good, Andrea? Andrea is in the house. I'm ready for him to kick butt tomorrow. Yes. I can't wait. I'm over here just excited. I'm ready to go, man. I forgot to thank you, by the way, Sunfire Brown. Thank you for the badge. I love that badge right there. You know, this game is so big, I forgot. You know what I'm saying? My apology. Just shared the link for those that want to chime in as we get ready to go over this interview. 32 people in the room, hit the like button. Selma in the house. Selma always showing love. What's good, MAGDOG? Here we go again. Yes, here we go again. Buckle the seats. Buckle your seats. And Lauren says Colorado needs to play lights out 100% from first to fourth quarter. Yes. 60 minutes. I agree. 64 minutes. They sabotaging Coach Prime by scheduling these late games because they don't play well in the night games. Hey, they know Coach Prime hate night games. He been that way even since Jackson State. He preferred the earlier games to try to get these guys prepared for NFL as well, you know, but I do feel like they yes, I agree with you. But I will say their plans this year, it failed because Colorado is I mean, if you was to tell those people that you're talking about that's trying to sabotage Coach Prime as far as scheduling, if you was to tell them that Coach Prime Colorado Buffaloes would be 5-2 in position right now to make some noise as far as the Big 12 play, they probably would definitely think we tripping. Lisa in the house, she says these late games suck. I'll be asleep, but I'll be looking at it in the morning. Yes, they suck, man. We be up 3, 4 a.m. after these late games, man. It'd be painful. That's why, but it'd be enjoyable when we win. Don't forget the thumbs up, everyone. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. Why you think Caleb Mathis has not played yet? Great question. Um, he has been battling with a little injury, from what I was told. You know, you guys know Caleb is my guy. I don't know, man. I just he's around a lot of talent, a lot of older guys, and obviously Jordan O been seeing a lot of love. So I mean, it's just tough. It's tough. Um, to answer this question because it's very, very tough, is that I would say probably because of just simply, man, the talent. It's this wide receiver room, man, is dangerous. You know, I'm just being honest with you. But if he stay patient, he get his opportunity. If we can run, we good. I think the O line will be ready to open some holes. Do you think Cash Cleveland should start? I think he should. Yes, I think Cash Cleveland should start. I don't think we should do much as far as changing anything after how we performed last week against Arizona. I feel like we're gonna be good. I feel like we should do exactly what we was doing last week. So let's take a look and see. I don't know if this is in order as far as Romi Bean interview, but we're gonna go ahead and get started.
It's tough. Unfortunately, they know that we could provoke people to watch and command a rating, so I think that's kind of why they do it to us as well. Prayerfully, this is the last one, but I'm thankful because, you know, once upon a time we weren't on television around here, and we're thankful that we're on television. Yeah. So we can't choose the times that we want to play. We would love to play day games because we perform better in day games. So now we have to flip the schedule to make sure the young men get enough rest and they're ready to go.
Okay, well, that's a better attitude than I have about it.
Yeah. So Coach Prime is basically speaking about the time, the late games. You know, as you guys heard him say, it's tough, it's challenging, but with the late games, it's also allow these guys to rest. So there's some positive out of it, and like he said before, I can't tell you guys anytime Colorado hasn't had a prime time game. So that's also great as well. So let's play the next slide. I think we're gonna go with Robert Livingston.
Defensive coordinator Rob Livingston going to join us for the whole first segment. And Coach, you're both coach, so I feel weird.
He better get used to this.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
We're going to get confused. This is really just an audition for the future here. No,
exactly.
It's been such a joy and so much fun to watch this defense. I just want to start with the past few games. I mean, you have 7 sacks in the last game. What has gone on with the surge and the rise of this defense from your perspective?
Yeah, it's just a testament to the players and the staff. You know, I think it starts with the staff there. I mean, they've got Coach Dancy, Coach Sapp, Coach Lewis. They do a phenomenal job. They get those guys flying around. And the players are making plays. You know, as he talked about this morning, you know, it's not a surprise. We expected y'all to do this the whole time.
Right.
So, you know, it's a great first step, second step, however you want to view it. But just excited and proud of those guys. And now the next thing is consistency, right? Can you do it the next week and the next week? You know, it's not always going to be 7, but to impact the quarterback and kind of have the feel they had in that game was obviously very special.
Should have been 12, by the way, but we're not counting.
Coach Prime is never satisfied. 7 sacks, man, leading the conference in sacks. Robert Livingston is a genius, man. But you have Robert Livingston. You also have Warren Sapp. I mean, this whole entire team is looking good. Dennis says, I saw Prime up at the school today. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Shout out to Dennis. Dennis is out there right now in Boulder. King Ty in the house. What's good, man? Look like you sad right now. Wyatt Rabbit says, Mag, I got word that Cincinnati has landed in Colorado. Cincinnati has arrived. We just landed a 4-star defensive lineman from Florida, Christian Hudson. Yes, I made a video on Christian Hudson, man. I think that's going to be a great player to come and add to the trenches. I mean, it's awesome, man, to see him transfer from UCF. But I mean, it's going to get better than that. I'm looking for Juju Lewis to transfer next. You know, he's actually going to be in Boulder, and you know, I have some very good hopes of him transferring, or not necessarily transferring, but decommitting from USC. I think that's going to be coming very, very soon. It's almost like that female that always coming around. You know, she's always coming to your house and, you know, hanging out with you. I mean, there's some interest when she's doing that, right? So I look at it the same situation with Juju Lewis. He's always taking these trips to Boulder. It's something he likes, you know. The Cincinnati team bus is at CU, correct? That's nice. That's nice. I'm sure it's a great atmosphere right now. Protect your peace in the house. What's good? Protect your peace. Loving the badge. Loving the badge. I'm standing with the guys. Facts. Appreciate that confirmation. Julian Lewis is coming tomorrow too. Yes, Julian Lewis will be there tomorrow, man. That's gonna be nice. This game is not only big for bowl eligibility, conference play. It's also big for you know, showing Juju Lewis what he can be a part of. But I feel like with Juju Lewis, it's not really much for him to see because he's getting a chance to play. Whereas if he's playing for USC, then he's gonna have to sit out because Miller Moss, the quarterback at USC, is doing his thing. He's a junior. So if you Juju Lewis, I mean, this is wide open for you. Along with the fact that Shedeur Sanders passed the torch, he passed the keys to you. We're talking about a top 5 NFL draft pick. So, I mean, if you are a quarterback, where else would you rather go? I mean, would you rather go and wait and sit behind Miller Moss for a year? Or would you rather go and play for Coach Prime and start and try to work your way into being that next top 5 draftable quarterback?
Coach Prime, how did you zero in on wanting to bring Rob here?
Well, stalking, borderline.
Okay,
borderline.
that's good.
No, tell you what, the persons that called us on his behalf were truly adamant, and they're people that we really respect. And then getting on the phone with Coach and seeing him do his thing, and then he came and he was ultimately prepared, above reproach. I mean, it was just a fit. It's sort of like, I'm telling you, when you put that key in the front door and it clicks and it opens, you have that fit. And he was definitely that one that handedly opened that door and unlocked that door for what we are seeing right now.
King Ty says, can't wait for kickoff 10:15. We will dominate. Julian Lewis wants to see if we actually booming like that. Hey, man, I'm going to tell you the truth, Wyatt. If he ain't seen it by now, I don't know what he waiting on. You know, I'm just being honest. I don't know what he waiting on because Colorado been definitely playing great football. Who knows? Maybe Julian and Shedeur has already made a video passing the torch. Facts. You guys know how Coach Prime gets down when it comes to, this type of stuff. So it's probably already been decided between Colorado and Juju Lewis, and they probably playing this game with us. It's similar to Jordan Seaton. We didn't know until the last minute, and then bam, we look on First Take, and there you go. So it wouldn't surprise me any bit if Julian is already in an agreement with Coach Prime, and we just don't know. But I will say it's almost obvious when I've never seen a recruit continually go and go and go and go to the same school as much as Juju Lewis. So for me, it's almost obvious that's where he's going. UCF hopefully can take down BYU. Hey, man, Dennis, there you go. UCF. I agree. I feel like BYU is going to win this game. But I would agree with you. I feel like I would love to see UCF win this game because then it will open the door a lot for Colorado if they can win this game against Cincinnati. So we will see though. UCF did play great, or they played good last week, I want to say, but it's gonna be tough, man. BYU been beating a lot of teams bad. So we will see. BYU actually stumped over Arizona as well. So I'm hoping that we can get some turnovers as far as UCF. Yeah, I'm gonna be rooting for UCF, and they can take down BYU because BYU is looking very, very good. 55 people in the room, hit the like button, man. Help your boy out, man. If Juju is going to commit, if he does it earlier, other top recruits will come sooner with him. I agree. I do agree with you on that. The sooner he actually make that commit, the better it will be because it's going to attract more 5 stars, more receivers, offensive linemen. I definitely agree. I definitely agree with you.
Is there anything that has surprised you or exceeded your expectations from when you hired him?
No, my expectation is what it is. Coach is doing a phenomenal job, but the main thing is the communication, not only with the players, that's one thing, but with the other coaches, because you got to understand it's rare that a coordinator comes in without his luggage. Usually he's bringing in his guys, and so he's comfortable. No. It was already established here, and he just had to come in and do his thing. So that was truly different for him, but he came in and won the room and allowed everyone to be whom they are, and it's hilarious because we had a moment on the plane the other night when D. Lou was yelling, talking. He didn't know he had that because he had headsets on, and Sap said something, and he said, "Oh my God."
Hey, man, that's crazy, man. I'm gonna tell you guys, I've just noticed how happy Colorado has been this year than last year. I mean, even from the players, everybody seems like they just tight. Everybody seems like they have that family atmosphere. It dang that make me jealous a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Seeing it firsthand in regards to just not being able to be one of those football players. Not being jealous as in, not liking it, but being jealous as in I wish I was one of them football players, man, because what they got going on, man, right now, it's just special, man. It's amazing. These guys have a chance to prove the haters wrong, the doubters wrong, and playing the greatest game in the world, man, especially in America.
Rob, what's been the biggest difference for you going from NFL for almost a decade to now college?
Oh, limitless, right? The age. I think the first time I showed up here and you meet the guys and you're like, oh my God, he's 18 years old.
Yeah.
The time, the constraints. Obviously, we're working under different constraints here, and just the in-game stuff. We talked about it. The North Dakota State game. We go in at halftime, and obviously we had to make some adjustments and corrections. And I look up, and there's still 12 minutes on the clock. So the halftime is so much longer. You can really get to the guys and make the corrections and the adjustments you need to make, and they can take a breath, which I think is key. Especially with these guys. I mean, you're ramped up for 2 quarters, so now just take a breath and then get ready to go. But really, when he was talking about the staff, I mean, that was a phenomenal asset for me. I came in here and everybody, they knew their guys. They knew their people. They had already learned their learners. They knew where the hot spots were. They knew who the guys that could play, who couldn't play. So it was a phenomenal blessing.
Oklahoma State almost beat BYU last Saturday. They led with less than 2 minutes in the game, but their defense failed to stop BYU from scoring a last-minute TD. Wow, that's some amazing information right there. I did not know that. I didn't know that Oklahoma State almost beat BYU last Saturday. Oh, that shows that they can be beat. That definitely shows that they can be beat. But I think we need to more focus on beating Cincinnati, because Cincinnati is a football team that we can't overlook. They are 5-2, just like Colorado. So I think it's going to be a great game, man. It's definitely going to be a great game. You guys going to get a chance to hear what Coach Prime has to say in regards to this matchup very soon as we break down this interview.
You've worked with a lot of great pro cornerbacks. How does Travis Hunter compare to some of the guys you worked with in the NFL?
Oh, Travis is as rare as anything. We talk about it all the time. Travis is a unicorn. You know, it's for him to do it on one side of the ball and then turn around and do it on the other. You know, I know it's glossed over because it's Travis, and we probably don't make as big a deal as we should. But it's amazing, and in a testament to him and the people in his life. You know, he's a better person than he is a player. That's you know, when I first got here, he's leading them in the running. He's lifting hard in the weight room. Fast forward 2 or 3 months, he's got a 4.0 GPA. I'm really looking for something wrong with it. I haven't found it yet. So he's
the
him.
thing he wears around his head.
There's some questionable wardrobe decisions.
Okay.
I'm probably not in the position where I can question people's wardrobe.
Okay.
I'm a little plain Jane myself, so I'll let that one go.
Okay, we'll let that one slide because
Yeah.
he seems pretty good at everything.
How y'all doing? Sunfire Brown says winning this game would shut all the naysayers down for sure. Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I do feel like winning this game will continue to shut all the naysayers down, because I feel like a lot of the naysayers have already been shut up. But yeah, it's going to continually shut a lot of them up in regards to that, because they have been already shut up as of late. That's for sure. That is definitely for sure right there.
When you talked about when you came in here, gosh, these guys are so young.
Yeah.
Did you change anything from your coaching style, how you speak with them compared to how it was with NFL guys?
We shrunk down a lot of the volume. You know, I think in this profession, we as coaches too often make the mistake of thinking, you know, more is better. And, you know, you go in with 38 calls and checks off everything. And if you can't rep it, if they can't learn it, then you're really just wasting your time. You know, he made a great point last week. We were doing a kind of a semi-run through on Friday, and same kind of coverage that we'd had a couple issues with, we'll put it that way, earlier in the week. And politely, I'll say, he looks at me and says, "Hey, dude, take it out. What are we doing? You know, it's not worth it. It's not worth the angst." So, you know, we've really kind of pared it back. And, you know, our attitude as a staff is it's about the players, not the plays, right? So if we can put Travis in a position to be successful, if we can put a pass rusher, if we can put Cam, if we can put Shiloh where we can go make a play on the ball, then that's really what we're trying to do. So let's not make it harder than it has to be.
I think that's great, man, for a defensive coordinator to come to a football team and allow the head coach to have the guys that he had already had in place in regards to the staff. You know, because a lot of times, that Coach Prime mentioned, you have these defensive coordinators, offensive coordinators bringing in the guys that they actually want in regards to coaching, man. And I think that says a lot about the vision of what these coaches see when it comes to you know, what they're trying to establish for the Colorado Buffs. So once again, as I said before, everything that we hear and see with this football team is definitely inspiring. And I told you guys before the season started, I feel like we was going all the way, and I still feel like that with some outside help. As mentioned, I hope UCF can beat BYU. And there's a few other teams that's playing. I think Kansas State playing against Kansas this weekend. I'm hoping that Kansas can crack an upset, and Colorado just keep winning. If they can do that, we can definitely make some noise.
Look, I know we said we're going to talk a little Jonte Wester, but he's in class, and we know, Coach, they got to win in the classroom too. So let me just Well, let me just ask you about LeJohntay, who has just every single week just seems to be exceptional.
He's a dog.
What has impressed you most about him?
Conforming to understanding that you got to understand, like he and Will Shepard, the programs that they came from, they were the number one option.
Yeah.
Coming here understanding that may not happen.
Yeah.
But now I got to humble myself and still be ready, because with the quarterback we have, we don't know where that ball's going. He's not going to play favorites with that ball.
Yeah.
Like, he's going to read the defense, and I just got to be on my game when it happens. And that's what he's been doing consistently, but he's gotten better and better and better, understanding the offense, understanding the quarterback, the system, and making plays each and every week.
Yeah, LeJohntay Wester has definitely been doing a lot of amazing things. I feel like LeJohntay Wester's leadership is definitely needed on the team. Great wide receiver. His vocal leadership is probably one of the most things that sets him out, that makes him unique, because you need a wide receiver like that on a football team, because a lot of times everybody's not having a great game. You need a wide receiver that's going to come over and say, hey, man, it's all right, you know. Or if you are Amari Miller and you get injured, you got somebody like LeJohntay Wester asking you certain things or talking to you, keeping your head together. And I also love the moments with LeJohntay Wester and Jalen Wester when they're praying together before games. LeJohntay, man, is a special kid, man. He's a special player, a slot receiver that we need for sure. And like I said before, man, it's very unselfish. This team has a lot of same characteristics. I feel like this is the most unselfish that I've seen a team. And I'm not talking about the team in regards to just being showing favorites. I'm being real with y'all. Maybe it's because I see and I watch this team a lot of why I feel like that. But and then of course with Well Off Media showing everything, but this team is very unselfish, man. And I think that because of that, that's why they have so much success. Colorado got popular by overtime. Mag, you already know this, and what if we have to head back towards that position, because it's very possible. Hey, I mean, I would not sit up here and tell you in front of the camera that I don't agree, because it seems like every time we're at home, it's always some stuff like this, some drama. You know, it's always some overtime type of games. And I'm just hoping it's not like that. I'm hoping if we can finally dominate at home. So hopefully Coach Prime can get ain't no hope in it. I expect Coach Prime to get these guys ready to go. I hope it ain't no late night overtime game. Malcolm, do you have any siblings? If so, which order are you in? Yeah, I have 3 brothers and 1 sister, and I'm the oldest. Shout out to Wade Brothers and Hood Brothers, bro. Hey, yeah, speaking of brothers, man, I'm going to tell you guys something, man. I can imagine having a set of brothers or a brother on the same team with me. You know, I think that's amazing. You know, what we see with LeJohntay and Jalen and Keaton Wade and, you know, Destin Wade. It's just the hoods. I think it's awesome. I definitely think it's awesome.
Well, every game, one thing that people love about football is that every game means so much,
Right.
even more so in college than the NFL, because there's 12 of them.
That's right.
When you look at games now that we're getting closer towards the end of the season, do you look at it like this could be an elimination game to get into the Big 12
Every
championship?
game is an elimination game. Like right now, like it's like Coach said, it's like a 1-game playoff right now. Like you got to focus on this one game, and you got to dominate and win this one game. Then you move on to next week. But right now, it's all Cincinnati. It's focusing on all 3 phases: offense, defense, as well as special teams.
I've been saying that, man. This is elimination game. I had one person ask me, you know, on TikTok. He asked me, what do I mean about 1-game playoffs, or what are you talking about elimination game, man? These guys are trying to go to the college football playoffs, and it makes sense because this is the first year where we actually have a full 12 team, so everybody is not aware of what that means. So when we say elimination game, we're basically talking about getting to the college football playoffs. Malcolm, is it vital that Colorado establish a running attack from the start? What is your view when it's second down and 8 yards? Should they call a running play or a passing play? Appreciate your views. Appreciate that, Alan. So you says, Malcolm, is it vital that Colorado establish a running attack from the start? Yes, 100%. It's very important for Colorado to establish a running game from the start because every team that plays against Colorado feels like Colorado is going to pass it, including ourselves as fans. So if you run the ball, it's going to allow you to have more success. What is your view when it comes to when it's second down and 8 yards? Should they call a running play or passing play? That's a very, very good question because it depends on the situation. It depends on the down and distance. It depends on as far as are we in the red zone? Can we come up with some points? But when you have a quarterback like Shedeur Sanders, you always thinking about passing, whether it's first down, second down, or third down. When you have a quarterback of that caliber, we're talking about a top 5 NFL draft 2025 pick. So um, if it's second and 8, it just depends on the situation with Pat Shermer and Shedeur Sanders. How do they feel? But I don't think if it was second and 8, I probably would run, especially with the running backs we have right now. We have Augustive running the ball very well, averaging 4.4 yards a carry, along with Dallin, Micah, Charlie. So I mean, we have some guys that can definitely run it. So that what makes this team dangerous is that what makes this team dangerous is the fact that what you're asking, defensive coordinators don't know. They don't know neither. Like, will this team pass it or will they run it? That's why it's very important for Colorado to establish a running attack early because now you're playing a game. It's a game of chess against the opposing team defense because now he's thinking, okay, it's second and 8. Are they going to run it or are they going to pass it? And I feel like that's why it's very important to establish a running attack. Should they call a running play or passing play? And as I said before, it just depends. It definitely depends on the situation. But if you just come out throwing the ball, 30, 40 times, then the defense is not going to expect you to run when it's a second and 8. Great question, man. James Love says Colorado 37, Cincinnati 10. Hey, man, that's a big upset. According to Las Vegas right now, they have Colorado to win by 7 points. Obviously, Vegas has lost a lot of money when it comes to Colorado because every week either Colorado is underdogs and they happen to win or something like that. But 37-10, I can see it. I can definitely see it. But Cincinnati have a very good offense. They have a very good offense. And but of course we have a very good defense. If we can get to the quarterback and continually do what we've been doing as far as in a sack game, I could see a 37-10. Don't get me wrong, I see us dominating, but Cincinnati will want to catch up with us, Mag. That's facts. Colorado about to blow them out of the water. We're getting that 6th win tomorrow. It's up from here. I like it. Football IQ playing as a team, very important. Yes. This is a very good team that can play as a team. There's not individuals in this, and that's what's very unique about this team is that before the season, everybody was saying it was a Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter show, but we see that it's not the case. We need Fossum Field to be a 12th man. Cincy can run and throw the ball. We need to stop the run first and put pressure on him. We can't let him win time of possession. Facts. Because I do feel like they're going to try to win the time of possession, keep Shedeur off the field. But it's going to be hard, man. We got a defense that can definitely play lights out. Of course, Shedeur will be doing his thing, but at the same time, we got to make sure Cincinnati won't figure out our plays. Remember the Stanford game, the middle second half when we was up 29-0 and they came back. Yeah, I'll never forget that. I know the entire situation. That hurt me right there. Stanford figured out how Dylan Edwards and Travis Hunter was running in position, and the most important thing is to make sure Cincinnati doesn't figure out no plays at all. Facts. I agree, because when you showing your hand early, it gets ugly, and that's what happened when we played against Stanford. Is that we showed our hand too early, and in that second half, man, they came back, and that hurt it right there. It was I think it was another one of them late games. That's why I'm a little nervous, but I feel like we're a different team than that. Offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, a lot better. They're showing us they willing to make adjustments. So I just don't see. I feel good about what we have, man. I really do.
Maybe doesn't have any huge superstars, but you got a quarterback who's really consistent.
Yeah, but they're
a
good.
Dual threat guy.
Yeah.
When you hear dual threat quarterback, how much more challenging?
I don't even know what that really means.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? I'd
Everybody
rather have a
runs.
dual thinking quarterback. Like you could really think through this area of concern. You could think through this. That's what I call a dual threat guy. That he's very thoughtful in the decisions that they make. You really look for a quarterback to make sound decisions, and this kid makes tremendous decisions. Their offense is, I'm telling you, they have balance. They run the ball effectively. They throw the ball effectively. It's not they're not alarming with one thing.
Yeah.
More abundant than the other, but these offense, I mean, they're getting over 400 yards and 500 yards a game, so which is really good.
All right, here's my question. What are we going to do about these 8:15 kicks, though?
Yeah. You think I woke up this morning? I can't wait to play at 8:15 tonight. I mean, that's 10:15 on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Man, hey, that's a great question right there. That is a great question as far as the time. Considering this is a balanced team with a good passing attack, do you think we should have more zone or man-to-man defense this game? I feel like we should have, with this team being balanced. This is a great question because I don't want to get away from what we're great at. I mean, this defense, once again, as I said before, have had a lot of success at getting to the quarterback with us playing a lot of man-to-man defense. So I would say stick with it. Stick with the man-to-man defense because, I mean, it obviously has been working in our favor. I wouldn't change my scheme based off of what the other team is doing because it's almost like taking away what you're good at. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we could mix a little bit of zone with the man, but to just change, to just go more into something because another team is good at something, I don't think we should do that unless the man-to-man is actually killing us. You know what I'm saying? If it's hurting us to the point where we have to start making adjustments, because I do feel like that's what makes us great is that we can make adjustments. So to answer your question, I would say stick to the man-to-man defense and let Cincinnati prove that they can actually be able to take advantage of that style defense.
Welcome back into Coach Prime's playbook here in Boulder. Time now for the final whistle, and I got to talk to you about a play that happened in the Central Florida Iowa State game. I feel like we see this every week. The guy drops the ball a yard short of the end zone. Do you show this play to your guys?
My guys know better, because if they do that and drop the ball, they might as well keep running. Just keep running right at the stadium, because I promise you're not getting back in the game. I promise you would never get back in the game if you do something like that. It don't make sense. Happens every year.
Every year, all the time. All right, well, that'll do it for us. You won't see that happening to someone on the Buffs. Thanks for joining us, Coach. A pleasure as always.
Hey, that was crazy right there. The play they're talking about was absolutely crazy, where the player was running, about to score, and then he drops it before he entered the end zone. I mean, you have to not play after that, because if you a player, man, you dream about scoring a touchdown. And so if you got an opportunity to score and you want to drop it before you get in the end zone, man, I'm like Coach Prime. There's no word that I can actually say in regards to that situation. We'll play this last slide and we'll see if we get a few more comments and then we get up out of here, man. But I do feel like it's going to be a great game. Colorado is in a must win. This is what we all been waiting for, man. Last year was a sense of hope. This season is about expectations. So I have high expectations tomorrow. And we will see what happens, man. Let's play this last slide.
It's tough. Unfortunately, they know that we could provoke people to watch and command a rating. So I think that's kind of why they do it to us as well. Prayerfully, this is the last one, but I'm thankful because, you know, once upon a time we weren't on television around here, and we're thankful that we're on television.
Yeah.
So we can't choose the times that we want to play. We would love to play day games because we perform better in day games. So now we have to flip the schedule to make sure the young men get enough rest and they're ready to go.
Okay, well, that's a better attitude